A friend sent me this note. Last night my mother was hospitalized and might need surgery. I'm hoping she will be okay, but I don't know why I feel that I cannot ask God to make sure she keeps my mom alive. I am torn because I feel that I just have to accept what happens, but the mind still wants to trick me by calling me a bad daughter for thinking that way. Well, you're not a bad daughter. That's nonsense. You know, love between children and parents is it's deep love. It's, there might be on the mind level some sort of disagreements and arguments, but there's no such thing as a bad daughter or a bad father or a bad mother. We don't choose to sometimes act in ways that are hurtful because we don't choose our thoughts, and our actions, of course, follow our thoughts. Even like when a parent sometimes acts in a way that is not very seemingly loving towards a child, they're not choosing to act that way. It might be their conditioning, the way they were brought up, or what they're going through at the time, or whichever way they behave is a result of the thoughts that arise. And as I discussed previously, we don't choose our thoughts. They arise. We sort of perceive them, and we act in accordance to the thoughts that arise in our space. So for you to be sort of putting your mother's fate in God's hand is a very beautiful thing, because what isn't in God's hand? Everything is in God's hands and arises out of that wonder, that lovely mystery of look at the weather, and the entire cosmos is in God's hands. This entire manifestation is in God's hands, and so the best offering you can do to your mom is the love, is to love her. And love doesn't, there's no conditions. You love in so many ways. Just in an open heart, you open your heart to your mom, which of course it already is, and so it's already there. The love is already there, and so there's no need for you to get into any guilt feelings about what you're doing or not doing for your mom. Of course, you have some limitations in your physical world as of what you can do, and of course, like your mom is in hospital, which is really sort of a mixed blessing. She's ill, and that happens to the bodies, but she's in an environment that professional environment that can take care of her, and also give her the love, loving nurses and loving doctors, and the care that she needs. So although you are your mom's daughter, what you are even beyond that is this pure presence, the consciousness that hears these words, that the awareness that is constantly on, constantly open, constantly loving, not by thinking, but by the very quality of being. In other words, we are this quality of love innate, rather than a person, a mother or a daughter that practices love or tries to be loving. We are the love already, and it's important to recognize that rather than perceive yourself as a person and judge yourself as goodness. How have I, am I acting appropriately or inappropriately? It's important to notice that all the thoughts that arise to you, even the judgmental ones, arise as perceptions that you as the awareness perceive them. So you perceive these thoughts, even the judgmental ones, but you are not defined by the thoughts that you perceive. So like the thought that I'm a bad daughter, it's just a thought that's arising out of the space, out of the conditioning. That thought doesn't define you as consciousness. It's really important to come back to that, to come back to the realization, to reminding yourself that you are the consciousness that perceives the perception without ever being defined by what you perceive, without ever being defined by the thought that arises or the feeling that arises. So you're like the mirror in a way that reflects the images without being defined by the images. The mirror is not defined by the images that it reflects. So I think it's a very loving thing for you to be entrusting your mom's health and care into God's hands. And of course it's God's hands that operates through the doctor's hands, through the nurse's hands. It's God's perception that perceives through the doctor's perception, through your mother's, through the nurses, and through yourself. It is that the light, the divine light, that perceives through those eyes, that hears through those ears. This divine light, this divine perception is yourself, is what you truly are, what your mother truly is, what the doctor is, what everything is. Everything is this seamless divine quality of being, which we refer to as love. Anyways, I hope your mom will be blessed. Thank you.